And welcome to the Crappie Kid Show. And now your host, the Crappie Kid. Chad, the Crappie Kid Kaiser, coming to you with another great show. Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Take that time right now to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. I need those thumbs. Give me a thumbs up, please. If you're watching a video, I'm bringing you another great show today. We're going to talk about rod selection. We're also going to talk about reel selection. And we're talking about in budget for all you beginner crappie fishermen out there. I got a great announcement about something really, really cool. And I'd like to go ahead and take this time to go ahead and thank my mom and dad for that great, wonderful joke that you guys pulled on me on Saturday when we were on our way up to Sadie's and Dolphin. That was good. You guys watched your video. Gems by John 11. Whatever my dad sprayed in that vehicle should be banned from owning because I still have the smell lingering in my nose. Every time I take a deep breath, I can think of that. Thanks, Dad. But it was really funny and they got me really good. And like I said, I still have the smell in my nose. So the best prank of all time on me. All right, guys. My great announcement is I have the first Crappie Kids School and I have 10 spots available. It is going to be $100 a spot. It is going to be July 28th, 29th, and 30th. Get a hold of me at the Crappie Kid with 2Ds at gmail.com. Like I said, it'll be $100 a spot. That'll include your camping, include your kit that I'm going to hand you personally. Your own personal Crappie Kid starter kit will come included in your fishing trip, and you will spend the weekend with the Crappie Kid learning how to use that Crappie kit and catching some crappie with the Crappie Kid. And we'll have some fun stories to tell all of our friends back home when all's said and done and over. But like I said, make your way to the Gmail. Say, Crappie Kid, I want one of them spots. And we'll take care of you. I want to get all 10 of those spots filled. I want to get you guys out there. I want to teach you my techniques. I'm going to be in my kayak. I don't care if you show up in your boat. But Lake Tahlequah is one of the premier crappie lakes here in the Panhandle and is one of the destinations for Crappie Masters and Crappie USA tournament. So, with that being said, not only are you going to get time with the Crappie Kid, but you're going to get time on a quality lake fishing for good, big, quality crappie. All right. So, I'm with the rod selection today, guys. I really recommend you guys go with Shakespeare's Crappie Hunter. They got 9-foot, 10-foot, and 12-foot for their selections. They're great for all you guys out there that are trying to stay in a budget. Zebco also makes what they call the Crappie Hunter, and it is good too. The Crappie Fighter, my bad. Shakespeare's Crappie Hunter, Zebco's Crappie Fighter. Don't want you guys to get those two mixed up. But between those two brands, Zebco and Shakespeare, they make excellent crappie rods for all you beginners out there that want to start. Now, for kayakers, I found the best rods, and it's the Micro Series. And of course, you all know I carry the Micro Series on religiously. I carry my 6-footer and my 4'6" right here. These are the best rods in the world, fellas. Run out and get them if you're in a kayak. They're affordable. The Micro Series comes with, and now we're going to start with the reels. Now that you know what rods I recommend for you to go get that are going to be in your budget. The Micro Series 4'6". If you go to Walmart right now, you can go pick one up. Maybe even a 6-footer. And they come equipped with the first reel I was even going to show you. That Shakespeare Mini Spin. Comes right on it. Perfect, guys. You can buy these separate for about 15 bucks. Or you can buy them on the rod for 40. This is a good deal. This will get you fishing right away. Of course, you're going to change the line on it. Everybody does. Go to your High Viz. Go to your Mr. Crappie leader line. Get your jig on there. This is a perfect action rod for crappie fishing out of the kayak. Even out of a big boat. 6-footer is excellent out of a big boat. But like I said, there you go. There's the first reel. Shakespeare's micro spin comes on their micro series, or you can buy the spin cast reel separate for about 15 bucks. But you know, hey, like I tell people, you know, you ain't trying to impress the fish with something fancy. So start off with, you know, a low budget on your crappie fishing until you get used to using the jigs and using your pole and your reels, and then go get something that you really like. All right. Another affordable reel is Quantum's Optic X10, which is a mini spin. It's really nice. It's got really smooth turn, really nice reel. It's affordable. It's in the $30 range for all you guys out there. Like I said, want to stay in the budget. There you go, staying in the budget. And then there is personally my favorite reel, and these are like $22 at Walmart, guys. And I recommend you go out and get them. The Lew's LS75 mini spins. I love these. These are on almost every one of my rods and reels. Kayak fishing, pro tournaments, and stuff. These are awesome. I love these. I got a lot of them. Now here's my new series. Now this is mine, personally, my brand type of reel. I you know, this is my signature series. This is what I use on the pro tour. This is the Crappie Kid reel, and you guys are gonna love this. Ooh, it's Crappie Kid Blue with a nice wood handle. Man, I made some selections on this baby. This has got the bells and whistles. This is a beautiful reel. It's a 100 series. It's not a 75, but it's a 100. It's got a nice little button here, folds in, compact. You can turn that reel. You can put your fishing stuff up. You can pack your reel away if you want. I like the handle. I like the spin. I like the action. I like everything. I have these. These are 35. You got to get a hold of the Crappie Kid for these. 35 plus shipping and handling. So those reels right there, I definitely recommend that you go after if you want some. Those are really good quality. All three of those, Shakespeare, Quantum, and Lew's, you can all get at Walmart. Go straight there. You ain't got to come get Crappie Kid stuff. You come get them Crappie Kid lures though. You're gonna need those, but you don't need the reels and stuff. You can go get the Lew's LS75. Is that's that reel. You get it. There you go. Get the micro series. Get it. These are affordable rods. Look at them. Ugly stick, 5'6", 4'6", 6 foot, 4'6". Man, I'm telling you, micro series, they're affordable. 22, 25 bucks a rod. That's not bad. It's better than spending $50 on something. B&Ms and all. You don't need to spend all your money on the bells and whistles right away. I'm not saying that all those other companies out there are bad. What I'm saying is start off with a little small budget, because you got to understand, first off, you got to love crappie fishing first. Then when you get addicted to it, go for it. So, all right, guys, that is going to be that part of my segment. But I received some wonderful emails today, and I'm going to go ahead and go over those and share them with you today from 3 people that I received. It was very nice. And I'm going to start reading these off from now on. And we'll start with the first one. It says right here, it says, hey, Crappie Kid, enjoy your videos. Love the baits I bought at Weewa Wiggler. My question is, what depth should I fish at in the summertime for crappie? I never seem to find them this time of year. Thanks, Dave Shelton. Well, Mr. Shelton, you know what I always say? You want to start off by looking by the docks and by bridge pillars and stuff. And what you're going to look for is you're going to look for that slowly decline to the deep water, from shallow to deep. And there's going to be a shelf. And usually, sometimes you'll see a brush pile, or you'll see some structure, and you'll see fish hovering on it. Now, with that, that's your crappie. But they also like to hang in that dock. You know, the height of the day, that's the shade. The deep water is getting penetrated by the light. They want the shade. They want the cover. So they go right over to the dock and hide underneath the dock. So early in the morning, sometimes it's better just to start rounding your docks and look at those docks and, use your side scan. If you ain't got side scan, use your live sonar. You got it in your Crappie kit. Put that bobber on there, get that depth right alongside that dock. Booka, booka, booka. Work that thing, man. See if they're there. If they're not there, they're deep. They're not shallow, they're deep. But they're gonna pick cover where there's shade. So always keep that in mind. That is the tip when you are looking for crappie. You want to look for a shaded area where it drops off into deep water and there's some cover with that deep water. If you find an area like that, you'll find crappie. And what you do is you want to go around and find a couple areas like that. You go to each area and pluck some hens, put some hee-haws in the boot, call it good for the day. Because the fall and the winter and the spring are right around the corner, and this behavior that the crappie are going through will change very quickly here coming soon. All right, on to our next question. Hey kid, how do you know what color jig bait to use, and how did you know what colors to make? I usually fish live bait but want to try artificial. Convince me. Well, how do I know what jig bait to use? That's easy. Season. Season is a time when things are in a change and alive. Summertime, there's more species alive, there's more bugs, there's mayfly hatch, there's all kinds of crickets and all kinds of critters and frogs and tadpoles and all kinds of life. So your jig changes. But crappies still love the minnow. Don't get me wrong, minnow is still the go-to bait, but I have the jerk for a reason. It mimics small little fries. That's why I got the frog, and that's why I got the cricket, because multiple things they eat during the summertime. Now, when we get closer to winter and we get closer to the fall, and they will attack minnows more because that's what they're schooled up to eat, is all the shad and minnows they can feed on. So that's what they'll be keyed in on. When the temperatures get colder, all those species that they normally eat, that variety of food disappears, and now they're down to one food source for the winter. So that's why multiple baits, different kinds, different styles. Presentation of a bait is key. And presentation of what they're eating in that area is also key. Now, how did I come about picking my colors? Well, I'm from northern Michigan, and my great, beautiful, wonderful culture that I was raised by, my grandfather, he taught me a lot about color and what fish like and how they react, because he used to be an old school fisherman. I mean, he used to hand carve decoys to get fish to come. So the crappie kid learned a lot of his color base upon watching what his grandfather did. And my grandfather studied a lot of fish. He studied their behavior. What colors do they like? What colors do they react to? This comes from many years of knowledge that I've gained from my grandfather, and knowledge that I've gained in my research from all the pros that I fish against and everything that I've done. So when I came to the decision of my colors, I went with more natural colors, but I found out down here, down in the southern region, chartreuse mixed with most colors is a for surefire winner when it comes to crappie baits, because crappie can see that color really well. So that will help you maybe answer your question. But how I knew what colors to pick, I kind of stayed with natural colors. I, fish react better to natural colors. They're used to seeing them. So but I also tried to make things loud and obnoxious to kind of make, their behavior react to a bait that they've probably never seen before. So, really, that's a really good reason and question. But I quit using live bait because of Crappie Kid Blue. Crappie Kid Blue And that minnow did it for me because it's all in presentation and the style and how that body goes through the water and does it trigger that reaction sometimes. But don't steer yourself away from your live bait. I want you to keep live bait right there on the side, because when it comes to getting slabs, sometimes they're just not going to take artificial, and live bait is still king and always will be king. But I can outfish live bait with my artificial bait, and live bait can outfish me in my artificial bait. It is all on how you show presentation to those fish. You know, your depth on your bobber when you're fishing live bait varies to my depth, because I can fish anywhere I want in the water column. You have to adjust to keep yours. But like I said, live bait is king. Artificial is number two. But if you know what you're doing key wise and you have two weapons in the boat, live bait and crappie kid jigs, man, you kind of fill some boats. What are you doing? I'm not telling you to quit fishing live bait, but add the crappie kid lure to your bait, and wow, man, you're fishing. So there you go. That's what I'll encourage you to do. Don't steer away from your live bait. I don't. You shouldn't. Stick with your live bait. Have that ace in the hole, but also have the crappie kid jigs and rigs. That's easy. I don't need to convince you to do. I convinced you right there. If that didn't help you, I don't know what else will. Um, Randy, but you know, that's a convince right there. Stick with your live bait. Have the crappie kid jigs and rigs right there on standby, because you want to know what? Crappie will go cold on live bait, just like they will artificial bait. So that's a tip from the pro. All right, it says, hi Chad, what's the name of the color you've caught the most crappie on, and what color have you caught the biggest crappie on? Fish on, Jack Dixon. Well, Mr. Dixon, I'd like to let you know that Crappie Kid Blue is the official dominant color and has slayed more hee-haws and slabs than any other color in my tackle box, and was the color that started it all for me. Well, you know what? You're going to laugh when I tell you this, but the one that caught the biggest was Shimmer. Shimmer caught the biggest, my 18-inch 3-pounder. It caught my biggest fish, and it was the very first time I used that bait. And I got it on film for all you guys. So there it is right there. That proves that my baits are working. Crappie Kid Blue is slayed numerous big fish. Two of my biggest fish that go on my wall. And you know, all my lures, really, all the colors, I'm just surprised that all the everything that I put into this and these lures and these colors, every color works. I fish with them. I test these lures. I'm the pro staff. I'm the one doing it. But you want to know what? I'm going to tell you something really cool. When you buy Crappie Kid jigs and rigs from now on, from here on out, if you own your pro staff too, send me a picture of you catching fish with that. Your pro staff. If I ever get up to getting stickers made and I can be big enough to get out there and stuff, you know what? When you ask me for a sticker and a t-shirt, I'll give it to you because you bought my stuff. You guys are all pro staff out there. Don't matter how good you are. You don't need years of experience to be Crappie Kid pro staff neither, because you want to know what? You all are. You all are. And that's the way it should be. You should not have to be good enough to be pro staff for anybody. You're the consumer. You're people. You want to know what? That's right, everybody out there in YouTube world. You guys are my pro staff. Welcome to the Crappie Kid Pro staff. How about that? All right. So, guys, I appreciate you watching this show. Please subscribe to my channel. Recommend me to some of your friends. You know, shoot me a question at thecrappiekid@gmail.com. You know, 2Ds on thecrappiekid@gmail.com. Write me you want a question, write to me. I will answer it. My mom will shoot me over my questions and I will answer them. Why I'm making my baits and stuff like that, I will answer your guys' questions, and I will do like the show right here. I will do this, man. I hope you guys enjoy these this little show that I do right here until I can go live. I gotta go through the hoops, everybody. I gotta do everything the right way, not the wrong way. So, guys, I really appreciate it once again for watching my show and following along with me and watching my videos. You guys are the greatest fans I could ever ask for. Every one of you guys that views my videos, man, please start giving me thumbs up. I really would like to see you guys that are watching my videos give me a thumbs up, because you guys are the greatest fans of all time. And I'm heading in a direction where I'm not going to make no money on this, but I'm just going to entertain you guys because you guys are the coolest. So, and I'm having fun doing this. I've got my lure thing. I don't need YouTube's money. I just want my audience. I want to be able to do this for you guys. So how about that? That's even better. I don't care about all the cool perks that come with YouTube. I only care about making my audience happy because we going crappie fishing, baby. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to see you guys next week. I'm going to have a great show for you next week. I'm going to work a little harder on a good show. We're going to talk about slip bobber fishing and using that slip bobber. So you guys make sure you stay tuned for that one. You don't want to miss out on that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.